done a lot of hard work and sneaking and stealthing, Tyler. The small chill goes down your back looking up at how high this is. You're not exactly afraid of heights, but you know that if you fall, you could severely injure yourself.
Let's give it a shot.
With the nerves get to you, your hands shake as you begin to climb. Your nerves a little bit rattly. Calm yourself for a moment.
Okay.
You were sent here because your father trusts you to get it done. And you know you're capable. And with a 10, you'll be able to steady yourself and slowly climb the wall. Your hands find small grooves in the sandstone, bits of powder falling below you as the drywall and bits and pieces give way. You come up to the base of one of the crenellations and situate yourself so you could get over slowly but surely. As you do so, you hear the light jingle of plates to your right. It begins to get closer. Footsteps echo into the tower and then out the other side, and darkness falls once more. You move quietly along the sandstone wall, peering down into the target area below you. It's clear that there's a number of men and women out here. It is quite secure. As you come farther back, you'll notice that there are a lot of castle guards patrolling the inner area.
Consider my energy for training and honing my mind, soul, and... I mean, don't tell me they weren't. I will do that. Give him a warning. Shut him up. Yo, we can talk about causing issues? I beat the shit out of you here, on this front floor, right now. I will reconsider my training and save it for a later date, guardsman. We will see when you get reconditioned, huh? Reconditioned? What does that mean? Oh, you'll know.
You better recondition yourself.
I do not. What does that mean, guardswoman? In this
fucking town. I don't know how you haven't learned your fucking lesson yet.
Because I am here to protect, guardsmen. That's why I keep getting out. They know of my good deeds and what I have to represent.
As you sneak across the roof of the target area, you see multiple soldiers patrolling the area, some of them recognizable. You hear their voices trailing off. While they are on alert, they do seem to be somewhat relaxed.
I have a frog in my throat. No, literally.
Good, maybe you'll choke on it.
Do not worry, the hero of Nautis is immune to many diseases. I shall resume my training. Okay, 2 is good for now.
Perhaps tempted to just stab him and cause an accident.
Why am I out of breath? I'm sitting here. I shall train my karate chops. Ah! Ow! Ow!
Looking in the area below, you see that darkness hides most of the courtyard. You see a figure that you recognize in the cage in front of you. A diminutive small dwarf. Protector of Nautis, whatever that is.
These guardsmen do not know what I possess. Unhuman-like strength. Example 1.
Here, let me poke your foot for you.
No, do not do that. Ah, fuck. Ow, 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 my toe. Ah.
The woman, seemingly satisfied, begins to walk away, and it grows quiet in this corner of the courtyard.
I see now. I should shake the cage. Then I can get out.
Would you like a hand getting out?
See the cage start to slowly swing back and forth and then stop as he looks to the right.
I've got
Oh
a
no!
scanner.
Bug boy! Is that you?
I'd like to get out.
Yes. What is our plan, Bug boy?
I'm going to let you out, and you're going
They're
to
all around us.
leave.
Very well. I shall walk my way out of here. My disguise shall work. Do you have a hair tie of sorts?
No.
Are you?
He's gonna try and pick the lock of the cage.
Good rolling. You start to pick at the lock. You hear footsteps behind you, but you choose to continue doing what you're doing, trusting in the dark to conceal you, trusting the shadow to be on your side. You see a lantern light out of the corner of your eye just almost touch you against the wall, but it continues moving. And with a 15, there's a soft click, and the lock opens.
Very well. Pull that there, and I shall come down.
You're free. Now, good luck.
As you pull that, the metal slams against the wall as this levers open, and a fat dwarf falls down. In that moment, you deftly go into the door as guards come over to the... You hear the commotion outside start to get further and further away from you. Should help for a time. But you hear sounds inside of this room, both upstairs and downstairs.
Okay, I think the floor is all done here. This needs
another door opened as the singular voice downstairs seems to go in a room to the left.
So here. Okay. I think he said to.
Rolling. With a 9, it seems the door is locked. A simple lock. Lockpicking is one of your things, right?
+2.
With an 18 plus 2, you quickly, silently, and deftly open the lock. You open and close the door and slip inside. The area doesn't exactly look like a personal study. It looks like where there's some general information stored. You see ledgers and booklets and start to go through some of the paperwork. Rolling. When you go over to the pile on the floor and you go through each one as quick as you can. With a 6, the stuff on the floor doesn't seem to be anything of import. Just come over to the other side, hearing another door open and close. Rolling. At 17, you go through some of these things here as well. And you find one thing of interest. It seems to be some sort of letter. It's folded in the corner and was placed into a book, likely either to conceal it or maybe it was lazily used as a bookmark. Who knows? But it says the following. Raja, I've spoken to some possible contributors to your desire in regards to particular types of slaves and product. The offers I have forwarded to you are just that. The best you'll find around. A number of these newer ones will most certainly catch a fair price, considering where they come from. But I do, as you to remember, the League of Brass, while a boon to people of your particular taste and business standards, should be expected to be walked all over. Do be sure to carefully consider the amount owed, as it will be expected in full. As long as we have that understanding, we can make any slaves or gladiators disappear and reappear here for your purchase. It is what we do after all. Regards, Y.R. As you look at notes, you realize this is pretty definitive. It shows that there is truth to what it is that you remember, and it shows that Raja is definitely in contact with this League of Brass. That's one item off the list. Looking around the office, you don't think you'll find anything more in this particular room. Listening to the door and peeking out, you see no one in the hallway. Looks empty. Footsteps coming down the stairs. Pause. You have one action. They're about to round the corner.
Gonna duck in back in this room.
Okay, rolling. Kyler, as you see this person begin to come around the corner, literally moments from making eye contact with you, you kind of duck away from them. The more they come around the corner, the more you duck towards the corner, and you shoulder roll. And with a natural 20, as you come out of that roll, you open the door and slide right back inside, closing it without ever being seen or noticed.
Be so mad at me if I kept this locked and unlocked.
You hear the door across the hall being opened. Perception check. 2, you didn't see what they were wearing. However, with a 7, you can tell that there are soft slaps of skin against the stone. They don't even have shoes. They must be a slave. As you peek out into the hallway, you see the door to where you want to go is open, but that frail voice comes from there as well.
He didn't have anything that needed to be locked back that way either, does he? No, it looks good.
The sound of a bucket being put on the floor as the door is closed and locked.
Alright, now you can't be mad at me.
You hear the steps go upstairs.
Next room. If I move, hit this carpet here.
As you go to start working on this lock, Kyler, you actually are surprised. With 3 + 2, this is a more advanced lock than the other one. This room has got a steel lock on it rather than the rickety iron or tin one that was on that door.
Let's see.
You try to gauge and measure the lock. Jimmy it a bit with the knife to see where the weak point might be. And then you take out your tools and try again. It's hard to feel around in there. The springs are so fresh that they're more stiff than most. You have to really pry the tools to try and copy the key teeth. But with a 19 + 2, door silently starts to swing inward. You find yourself surrounded by a couple of shelves with books, definitely records, and more records. Going through the first shelf next to you, with an 8, you don't see much of import. Coming up to the chest, with a 6, it is locked.
Getting your money's worth today, lockpicks. Come on.
Rolling. With a 9 + 2, the lock just doesn't seem to budge. This one seems to be very similar to the one on the door itself. You can try one more time, but you risk breaking your tools. With a 6 towards this shelf, it just seems like more purchases and sellings of slaves, annotations, harages, descriptions of them, nothing important to you. With a 2, it's the same on this shelf, just more garbage, nothing you care about. With a 5, the first of the 4 shelves here has nothing of worth. More annotations about slaves that he owns. The other 3 shelves, as you go through them, annotations, transport of slaves, ones that were sold, killed off, other merchants who bought them. Nothing. At least that's half the room checked.
Oh, fuck. These books. I don't think they belong up here.
As you come over to this particular shelf, you see the binding of one book catch your eye. It seems a bit newer than the others. It's tucked between two of the dustier books. And you pick it up. You open it. You'll see that several notes here will be found detailing that Haracha is looking to purchasing new gladiators, while also looking to deprive the other merchants in town access to better slaves. You see different receipts and different agreements proving that he's bought them to remove them from the local pool, exporting them to other dynasty provinces and selling them for hire. It can also be seen in some of his annotations that he's buying from the League of Brass, top quality slaves that may or may not be stolen from other towns and cities. This gives him a massive advantage in the local gladiator fights. Looking at this, you see that this is just more proof of what you need. As you
Just go down there.
peer into the hallway, you don't see anyone.
No, I think it belongs here on the shelf. No. Doesn't go there. Does it go in this room?
As you come up the stairs, you see yourself about to step on one of them that has a bit of a crack in it. You realize it would have made a creak, but with a 15, you very quickly move your foot to the side and avoid it. Come over to this door, you realize it's unlocked. You hear the humming of that same woman farther away, and the sound of snoring a little closer. As you peek through, you see that the door at the very edge is open, but no one's outside. As you come over to this door, you listen, you hear heavier breathing. A man, you think, fast asleep. You look up at the lock, you see a intricate brass hole for a key.
Shit. I'm running out of water.
You slowly lower yourself and hide amongst the carpet. It's surprisingly comfortable. You wish you had something like this at home. This is probably, what, silk? For moments, you just kind of enjoy yourself, knowing you can't be seen. The dark is your friend after all. The door opens and you hear the slave begin to walk by and dip a bucket into a barrel right next to you. They seal it and walk back in. Perception check. With an 18, you hear the jingle of a key ring on her head. Several things shoot through your head while you contemplate your next move. You know for a fact you could easily overpower them. That's not even a thought in your head. If you had to, you could kill them. You're trying to avoid any sort of contact. You wonder how loyal the slave would be to the slave master. There's no way to tell. They might be so afraid that they would scream or report you as soon as they see you. Or perhaps not, you're not sure. You could probably attempt the door, intricate lock, with your tools, but this looks sophisticated. You'd be risking damaging or breaking them. Whatever the choice is, you know it's now or never. Come over to the door. You hear the female slave moving things on a shelf. You peer around the corner, you see her back's to you. Rolling. Tyler, you come in quietly into the room. You see the keys on the back of the slave's rope belt. She seems very engrossed in the work that she's doing, moving things on the bookshelves, trying her best to clean things. As you reach forward, you grab onto the key ring and start to slowly revolve it to get it to come off of her belt loop. As you do so, she takes 2 steps back very suddenly, and you very quickly shift yourself back on your knees, taking 2 steps back. You continue to rotate it, moving with her body, trying to not offer any resistance to the belt. And with a natural 20, you'll be able to do so without being seen or heard, backing out of the room before you are seen. On keyring, you're able to see a large brass key. You put it in. And the door opens. You go inside, you see a Triton at the table. Jewels around his neck, gilded rings on his hands. He snores soundly. You go through the papers carefully and quietly, going off of his desk. As you reach up to grab one, the adrenaline gets the better of you, and a heavier book starts to fall towards the floor, but with a 10, you catch it in midair and put it quietly back on the table, continuing your search. Seeing nothing here that seems to be, at least on that side of the table. Rolling. As you look through some of the information here, you see a small note. It seems to be something that was written and then crossed out. Either the spelling was wrong or Raja wasn't pleased with the way it was written, but it says the following. Vivlos has been given a pass for the night to use the bathhouse suite for his recent victories in the Vipect arenas. Don't fucking bother him. I need him feeling ready for his next match. Bingo. The gladiator you're looking for is at the bathhouse. Technically, you've done everything that you need to, other than Orin's request. Rolling. The man starts to shift, looking like he's going to get up. His head turns in your direction, and he's just shifting his weight. With an 18, you stay low and quiet. And he continues to rest.
Okay, should probably look up and then... What's next?
As you go to put your hands on the door, Kyler, you glance over your shoulder for 1 second, and then you see it. Tucked in the corner between cabinets and a bookshelf is a little lockbox. You look at the lock and you look at your keys and breathe a quiet but heavy sigh, and you slowly track your eyes over to Raja, and you see a key on a chain around his neck. Small and silver. Rolling. Kyler, you attempt your best to quietly pick at this lockbox. The lock is very condensed and small. The wrist movements and the deft movement of your fingers are strained. Blink and squint several times, trying to get a feel for it. There's a sudden, light little screech as metal moves around in the lock, and Raja moves over to the side, but his eyes still don't open. You freeze in place for but a second. As you look, he doesn't move. You return back to the lockbox. And with a 14 plus 2, there is a gentle click. Rolling. Let's see how lucky you are. With a 16, you're going to find a small silver necklace. In the center of it is a strange bluish looking stone. You're not sure if it's a gem or polished rock, but you can estimate from your previous life and things you've stolen and bartered. Might be worth around 20 silver or so. Next to it, you find a scroll. One that's all neat and tied up, and you open it, and you find the following. It seems that in this lockbox, Haraja has gathered written testimony by several nobles from Coracadus, willing to vouch for the pursuance of justice for the murder of a one Gaius Thelm, a well-known arena master and merchant who operated within the Prova Campione. These forms that you're looking at have the seals from these lesser houses and a writ that if this is ever brought before the law, they would speak up. A very dangerous and damaging thing towards Nolzus. Tyler, elated by what you've grabbed, you start to quietly move back towards the door. However, your attention for just a moment has waned. And with a critical one, the books to your right, you kick one of them to the ground and there's a thump. You feel Haraja begin to sit up, his eyes opening, and you dive to the left.
What was that sound?
The sound of a glass bottle being put on the table. As the Triton shakily gets to his feet.
Quite a few drinks. Yeah, look at this service to pick it up in the morning. Never done.
Triton wobbles back over the chair and sits down, leaning back, and soon, after you're gently kicked in the back of your head, the snoring begins.
Son, I'll get the justice she deserves. She'll get the justice.
As you start to exit, Tyler, two things go through your head. One, you still have the keys. Now it's more of a morality thing. You know for a fact if that slave doesn't know where those keys went, she's fucked. But two, wasting that kind of time could get you caught. Gently put the keys on the corner of the crate. As you begin to make your way down and you're at the corner, you hear, as a guardsman seems to be trying to light a lamp as a door closes behind him.
Come on.
Suddenly it lights. And begins to make his way upstairs, calling out for Haraja.
Haraj! Haraj, I know you're fucking asleep. Wake the fuck up.
You peek outside and... you see that the area in the immediate vicinity is dark. No one is there. Quickly and deftly you move up the steps. A slight pitter-patter from your own feet along the dry stone. As you look around, it seems to be a long way down, no matter where you go. As you go ahead and slide down the wall, you realize that your job is almost done. Your target's in the bathhouse, top floor of the suite. As you peer around the corner, it seems empty and quiet. Muffled laughter can be heard from upstairs. As you come up the door to the suite, you hear the talking and laughing from inside. As you listen, you hear the conversations that you expect. Gladiator enjoying his time with... You think you hear two familiar voices. It's hard to tell from this side of the door, though. As you peek, can't see anything from this angle. But one voice you definitely heard was indeed Basil's.
I'm joyous in this room. Oh, look at you.
Perception check, Sheree.
Did you happen to have any grapes on you?
Oh, we can definitely get some grapes.
With a 12.
And some wine.
You'll notice that you can't be seen or heard just yet.
Of course.
You can tell that they're in the corner of the bath on the other side, but they can't see
Where
you.
you go? Such a good girl. Would you like me to do so? This is, after all, the client that asked for you.
Sure. You can grab them if you want.
I'll be
So
right
would
back.
you like a back rub?
Of course.
Get you all loosened
Yes,
up
please.
now that you've been in the bath for a while?
I need to get all of the strain out of my back. From today's.
Here.
As you go through the cabinet, Basil, a movement in the corner of your eye.
Right on the neck, it's sore.
It's really not at all.
Yeah.
Don't think so.
You can
Sure,
be a
we
little
started
more
really
rough
believe
somehow.
it.
Well, of course not.
But that was designed
Hot
for
mic.
us.
Yes.
I am going to need you after all.
No,
Mind helping
that's a
me?
shame.
It is. You just
We'll
wait
continue
right
the
there.
best
Go ahead,
of the
it's
rub in a
fine.
minute.
See, we're going to get something special for you. But Lily has to
Ah,
follow
perfect.
King's Court, you're
me downstairs, so I'm so sorry. I'll bring her right back to you, though. Come on, dear.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll allow it.
Understood.
King's Gorge.
The room grows quiet. Knocking on wood can be heard towards the door, Gladiator.
Bathhouse girls, are you back already?
I suppose I had enough bath already anyway.
Hello?
Pause. Rolling. Kyler, as you come in quickly and deftly, the man, his eyes flick in your direction, and he starts to bring his arm up and he tries to catch the arm with the dagger. In fact, he grabs your bicep, his arm, his hand big enough to wrap around it, but it's too late. The dagger drives home. You hear the wet squelch as it goes through his throat. The man struggles, trying to breathe, his eyes open in fear, surprise. He grabs at the weapon with his other hand, but he's already grown too weak and blood pours all over the floor. He begins to gargle as you pull the weapon out, and he drops to the floor, dead. As you look around on him, he doesn't seem to have anything of use, at least.
Gonna drop 5 silver on the counter.
Understood?
There's something going on. Act surprise and scream.
Alive. Thank fucking God.
Yeah. So as an alibi, I was
Talk to me.
reading up here with you. Alright.
Cool.
Here's some documents that link him to those people that steal slaves.
The League of Brass.
That's the one, yeah.
This is good. What else?
Dirt on Nautis. Signed confessions from most of the nobles in Coracadus.
Coracadus?
Believe so, unless I misread.
No, you did not. She would be fucked. There's some larger families, I think.
I recognize a few of them.
Good. And anything about Raja himself?
Just more things here.
Proof of him doing dealings with the League of Brass. Actually, Nozo's got this. He's going to be meeting with them somewhere sometime soon. She'll be able to intercept that for herself.
And the gladiator's been dealt with. So, all handled.
A shame that that had to happen the way that it did. But as of right now, it's us or them.
It was quick.
Much as I hate it. Good. This is good. Tomorrow I can bring this information to Nolzos. She will get what she wants. The way I've painted this to her, I haven't told her how I do it. I made it very clear, obviously she knows I'm not just a blacksmith.
Mm-hmm.
I said to her it's in her best interest to be my ally. This dirt will prove that.
Good.
I'll tell her, you see this? I can do this and much worse. Smart of you to not be my enemy. So this is what I want. What I'm going to have her do is assist me with her resources that she has. And to use the strings that she can pull to help me gain a noble title here in Nautis.
That would help.
That is the intent. If we can manage to pull that off, we're going to be in a lot better
You can
position.
hear
than we've ever
voices downstairs as the door opens and closes. It sounds like Torty.
Did you bring company?
Nope.
Hello?
Yes, you're in my house. What is it?
Baron has a gift for you.
A gift?
Why do I feel like it's gonna be a dead bird or something?
you told me to find Carlissa. Well, I kind of brought her alive.
I'm sorry, you what?
As you descend the stairs, you see an unconscious, choked out, tied up, blindfolded, and gagged woman.
Explain.
I got the letter for the Guardian's by shipment. It said, Carlissa, keep track of transport. And I found Carlissa, and then I might have just, kidnapped her in daylight, and then ganked her and tied her up and...
Kidnapped her in daylight and brought her to my house? Did anyone see you?
They're chasing after a man cloaked in black. So false.
Before I did the...
Yeah.
But there was smoke bomb. Everything was dark. So Lily saw a little bit, this weird, mysterious person. I'm sorry.
It might be fine. We'll see how it turns out. This is Carlissa, you said. Is this the one that's been transporting spice in the Nautis?
Yes, this is Carlissa.
Bring them up to the sofa outside my study. We'll get answers fast and then get rid of them.
Right, get rid of, release back into the wilds, right?
In a way.
No. They're a loose end.
Not gonna lie, I could have a loose end right now. Occasion isn't that.
You might as well come upstairs instead of whispering down in my living room.
Yeah, come on up.
DM, I need a roll. At a -2, broken things are his detriment, being able to hurt women.
With a 17 minus 2, they're 15. You need these answers. If you're going to get any progress, you'll put this aside for now.
Go get me a bucket of water.
Alright.
You go get me the hammer from my forge.
Well, this is highly unprofessional.
What is?
This?
Yes, it is. What do we expect? Hey, look. They informed us, and we know what happened before anyone else did. So that's something. At least Bezrin didn't try to suck their soul out with a rock or something.
Maybe you should ask them just to be sure.
Thank you. Sharik. A towel from downstairs, if you would.
There's a look in his eyes that you haven't seen before. Cold, unforgiving, as though the emotion has been removed. Preparation of a job to be done.
With your faint of heart, you're not going to want to be up here, Marin. Wake up! Wake up.
Where am I? Who are you?
The questions aren't yours to ask. Let me make something very clear. What you say next determines whether your jaw stays on your face. Do you understand me?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
I'm very good with a hammer. He's very good with a dagger, and neither of us have any fucking patience. Answer the questions, and things will be as painless as possible. We clear?
Yes.
Good, excellent. What is your name?
The Carlissa, Montague?
Carlissa, what were you doing tonight inside of Nautis?
I came back for a meal after working.
Working? What do you do for work, Carlissa?
I'm a trade organizer.
What kind of trade do you do, Carlissa?
I transport from the farms up north down here.
What do you transport down here? Don't fucking lie to me.
It's spice, Gradian spice.
Who orders this spice from you and why?
Who orders from me?
Who orders this spice from you, and do they tell you why?
The spice isn't mine. I just do the deliveries and move them from place to place. It's not my spice.
Where is the spice coming from? Just the farmlands, the Trident farmlands?
Just up north of Nautis, yes.
You have to have some sort of itinerary or something. Who made the order? What is the name on the delivery?
I can't... They'll kill me if I keep talking.
I'll fucking kill you if you don't.
One. The critical one. She.
Oh. Wow. With the critical one, I'd fucking disconnect. With the critical one, Kyla dies. God, the difference between Marin doing her thing and Kyla doing his thing is so funny. I love it. It's good, it's good. Flonic is great.
The problem with what you're telling.
Wow, it's fucking dark. It is so dark in that room. Holy shit.
You have little markings in the corners, small X's, to identify them.
Her eyes
They're
go
marked.
wide for a moment. She wasn't expecting anyone to know
supposed
that.
fucking be here. Which means you know a lot more than you're telling me, and my patience is starting to run fucking thin.
I don't. If I did, I would say it. I
The spice!
I knew I would tell you. I can show you where it is, where it comes from. But I don't know who buys it. We just leave it here for them. It has to be someone in the free wharf because we take it to the port every time. But I don't know who. I don't.
Then answer me this. Why are you bringing it to Nautis?
Because that's what we're told to. That's what Leon tells us to bring it.
And Leon has you marking your merchandise specially so it's found by the right people. You obviously know that you're hiding this merchandise. Why? Who is it going to? You obviously have to make sure it gets where it's going.
It goes to the docks, and we leave it there, and then we come back. It's not the Trident farmlands. It's just a farm up north. I can show you. But that's all I can do. I don't know who takes it. When we come back for the next delivery, the previous boxes are gone. Recently, they've ramped up, though. I can tell you that much. The orders, they've gone from maybe once a week to twice, 3 times sometimes.
You're not really giving me enough to let you walk out of here.
I don't...
If you don't give me something better, you're going to die here.
Point on this map where the farm is.
Yeah. I kind of off of the road. I'm not 100% sure. I'm still bound.
Is it in Nautis' province?
Yes, it's to the north. But
So it has to be along the mountains then.
Yes.
Carlissa.
It's out of the way and hidden. It would be hard for anyone to see it.
Shut the fuck up. I think it's pretty clear that you have run afoul of people that are aware of what you're doing before you even realized you were being tracked. And the only reason you're still alive is because you might prove yourself useful to me. Don't think that for a second that you would survive without my say-so. We already knew what you were up to before we had this conversation. At the very least, you've been honest. Which means you might have further use. And the more use you have, the longer you get to live. So this is what's going to happen. You are going to tell me when your next delivery is. You're going to leave a message in a place that I specify. I'm going to check that place every single fucking day. When it's time to make another delivery, I'm going to leave a message there before you do it. And when your wagon comes in, you drop off your goods. You're going to pick us up. And we're going to go back with you to this farm. Do you understand me?
Woo! It's that time of the day, I guess. At least it wasn't during the oh fuck yeah, you're right. Could you imagine doing that mission? Crashing every like 15 minutes? I'd be like, fuck it, I just kill everyone and take their shit.
You make your delivery as usual. Act like nothing's wrong. And then you wait for us to load up. And you bring us there. Do you understand?
I understand.
What happens if you say a single thing, Kalisa?
I'm dead.
No. No. I take my time making you wish you were dead. Are we crystal fucking clear?
There.
Then what's going to happen is you're going to get that blindfold put back over your eyes. And you're going to get escorted right out that gap in the wall. And as soon as you are shoved to the ground, you'll know you can take your blindfold off and run for your life. You understand?
I understand.
Blindfold.
Up.
Don't fuck this up, Kalisa. It's your one chance.
Long night, huh?
No.
You see Carlissa being brought down in a blindfold.
He's leading you around in circles for a bit.
Mm-hmm.
She looks around trying to figure out how to get back when she can't see, but at the end of all, she decides to risk it.
this Leon. So they're gonna do what they did before. Except they're gonna bring us back and we're gonna shut this operation down. She's free to go wherever. Taken care of?
Yeah, she's making her way over Belerno way. So.
Good.
Heading north.
I think she'll have enough sense to keep to her word.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Well done, Marin.
How was your day?
Busy. Balls to the wall. We'll have to fight tomorrow.
You look it. You look exhausted.
Yeah.
Of course.
Yeah.
Go on, let your hair down. You know.
Suppose I should.
I'm worth it.
Okay, I don't know.
It
Y'all
would
have a
be
good night.
sensitive to say, "Oh, wet dog."
Courtesy. I forgot to ask, you fight with sword and shields and oh,
Yes,
are you
I'm
okay?
back.
Just wanted to check in. Are you alright?
Yeah, I'm good. Business as regular.
Okay. Good.
Nice to see something familiar, you know?
It's good to see you. For what it's worth.
Cold.
I can't imagine why.
You fight sword and shield. Well, you can do, right? Or are you more of a...
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we fight,
I can do.
that's what
any
I
of
like
it.
to do. Because I need to learn more about that.
Okay, sure.
Alright. Swords and shields. A duel of fates.
Probably want to do that tomorrow. It's not going to be
Definitely
a duel
tomorrow.
of fates.
Definitely tomorrow. Yes.
Okay. Well, you're not ready to go now. It's a good man has to be ready anytime.
I'm ready, but I don't. It's been such a long day. I just
You
want to
never know when there's an assassin that comes in at the middle of the night. He's gonna get you.
The chances of there being 2 assassins in this building is so low.
Maybe one of these nights.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? I won't say when.
Oh god, you're gonna jump me?
See if you can handle it.
Oh god, you be careful. I start swinging.
I'm gonna kick open the fucking door, and we're just gonna.
Not
have that
again.
whatever you can do.
Not again.
Yeah. What do you mean not again?
Do you know how many
What was
times
the
you've
first time?
repaired that door like 5 fucking times?
Well, yeah, but this time.
It would be in a friendly
for,
way.
you know.
A friendly assault.
Yeah, it'll be for effect. Yeah, and
I
I'll
see.
repair it.
Okay. Alright, well, if you're gonna repair it, then that's fine.
Right, I'm the builder. I would know how best to do that. Okay.
Yeah. You could probably break it in a nice, even way as well, so it's easier to repair.
Absolutely. And I don't know what you're gonna do, but
Get the shit
You ready,
kicked
huh?
out of me by the sounds of it.
no, you know what to do. You always keep your daggers close, you know, just
yeah.
in case.
Of course.
Probably under the pillow, because there's no way you'd have it on during sleep. That's just it's dumb.
I've been known to.
Are you a side sleeper at all?
Sometimes I sit up when I sleep.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't have a bed for like most of my life. I used to sit up against a wall, like that.
Well, that's incredibly sad.
Yeah, it's fine. You get used to it. I mean, you know.
But now that you have the luxuries of a bed,
No, I'm on the couch. Lady Olana's on the bed, so I didn't even get my own bed. I wasn't using it anyway. It's fine.
she put you on the couch.
Yeah, I mean, you know, ladies. You know.
What are you, her deadbeat partner? Jeez.
We're supposed to be chivalrous.
They're the one who's chivalrous. They're a night.
Yeah, I know, and I'm the fucking lordling, so really, when you think about it, but no.
So you should be. Why didn't you just claim
It
the bed
wasn't
and have
my
Nan sleep on
call,
the couch?
it was Aunt's call to have her on the bed.
Oh, what?
She's been on the road for years or whatever looking for us, and I don't use the bed anyway, so it made sense.
You're a lordling, so.
Yeah.
All right.
It's hard for me. Beds are hard for me. They're kind of hard to get comfy.
But they're soft.
Yeah, I know.
How can they be hard?
That's
if
what I
they're
mean.
soft?
They're so soft. I'm used to, roughing it, and then you have.
I
Like
see what you're saying.
it's like
Okay.
this big bed, and you're like, oh my god, I'm like about to drown.
All right. Well, did you want to just hang out tonight?
I'm really
no,
tired.
no business. I guess it is.
It is.
pretty late.
It is. Yes, I have things to do in my head.
How about we talk tomorrow, eh?
We'll talk tomorrow.
After our little fight.
We'll spar a little bit, and then you teach me how to get biceps as big as yours, and then we'll have a drink or something.
Well, this will knock you out right to sleep. It's sleepy time.
Oh boy, thanks. Thank you, Marcus.
Of course.
All right, I'll see you tomorrow. Yeah.
So when are we putting him at home? Because he's
Don't say that. You remember what happened
getting worse.
last time?
Oh, I know.
Bent space and time. Good night,
I'm imagining
Marcus.
I didn't hear any of that.
Hmm?
Did it go? I'm imagining I didn't hear any of that. Did it go well with the?
As well as it could have been. It's kind of up in the air right now. I mean, we didn't have to,
She looked horrified.
Yeah.
Did you threaten her life again? I guess this not her, but specifically, but again.
What do you mean?
Threatening to kill people again. You know how these things go. When we talk about stuff, we bring. She was blindfolded. When we talk about things, we usually tell them, "Hey, say anything, I won't kill you." That didn't happen, right?
What do you mean? We haven't killed her. No, she's fine. She's.
Okay, but she looked terrified.
Yeah. I mean, Marcus, she got brought into our house. She's got connections with,
I know that, but we can be better than that, right? Like,
if we have the luxury to be better than that, we will be. But right now,
okay, well, I'd rather we didn't.
I know.
That's.
I know, buddy.
That's not it.
Yeah. No,
I mean, how's that going to reflect? Were you up there?
Yeah.
How's that going to reflect on you? Like, this can't be the way going forward, right?
When your back's against the wall, you show as much teeth as you can. I mean, are you willing to throw this whole quest away for
No,
one
here was
random?
my bit. It's not one random. I thought we did things out of respect, not fear.
What do you think she does?
I don't know. I don't know what any of these people do.
It's murky waters right now. It won't always be like this, though.
I mean, is this how it goes on your little trips?
My little trips.
With you and him. Is this why you don't
Usually
take me anywhere? You think I'll have a sour look on it?
No. Again, it won't always be like this, Marcus. We're just at our limits, It's do or die, and we have to do.
Okay, I would urge you, just like I have to myself, Try not to kill anyone. Yeah.
When I
Because
can
you don't know
avoid
how
it.
much good they could do. Yeah.
I'll take your counsel.
Please, for me. You know my rule of not killing. It's dreadful.
Yeah.
Anyway, I want to sour you tonight. I'll get some rest.
You too, buddy.
Good night, brother.
Good night.